Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Isla K, and today I'm making a video about how I got accepted into Spelman. Your girl did it. She actually got into college. I'm gonna sit here and tell y'all the story about how I got in and my stats and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and stay tuned for the rest of the video. Okay y'all, so first of all, I just want to say, what is this makeup look? Because I was going for like, can you see? I was going for like a sunset look, but y'all don't know what I did. Let's get right into the video. It's out now, I guess. I'm going to Spelman, you know, class of 22. If you're Spelman 22 and you're watching this video, comment down below and make sure y'all like DM me so we can be friends, because y'all, you know, I'm gonna be there for a whole year, so I need friends, you know. Yeah, let me start at the beginning. So I've always known about Spelman. If y'all don't know, I live in Atlanta, Georgia, so I've always known about Spelman because my mom went there, you know, gang. So yeah, I always known about Spelman, but I wasn't really trying to go there because, you know, as a little girl, I wasn't thinking about college. I didn't even know what I wanted to do. I used to want to be a pediatrician, and I don't even like kids, so like, you know. Fast forward to high school, I went to a predominantly black high school. So like when we had college tours and all that kind of stuff, we mostly toured the AUC because of course, like, you have a bunch of black kids, you're gonna, you know, tour HBCUs. So we always toured like Spelman, Morehouse, and Clark all the time. And then sometimes like we would tour like UGA and Kennesaw, Georgia State, those kind of schools. So in my 9th grade year of high school was a hot mess. It was a mess. So anyways, in 10th grade, we went on a field trip to Spelman, and my friend and I, we were there and we loved it. But the only thing that like kind of turned me away was the fact that Spelman seemed so out of my reach. Like, it seemed like, I keep saying like, oh my gosh, it seemed as if like the stats were so high. So I was like, girl, I'm not even gonna get into that school, so what's the point of even trying? You know, I'm gonna just go to UGA or whatever, blah blah, whatever. Fast forward to the end of junior year, that's when they started, well, my teachers started making us, you know, take our SATs, ACTs, which I don't recommend. You should take your ACT and SAT in like summer before 10th grade. Take it, you know. So I took my SAT first because, let me give y'all a quick story. So if you know me, if somebody tells me I can't do anything, I'm gonna try to do it. And this Caucasian lady came to our school, and like I said, I went to a predominantly black school, and she came and she was like, you know, if you guys want to get into college, a lot of minorities do better on the ACT, so you guys really shouldn't take the SAT. And I was like, that's gonna make me take the SAT, so I took the SAT. And I did not do that good, not because of what she said, but because I didn't study. It was my own fault. So I mean, if you guys feel like you should take the SAT, take the SAT. So I didn't study, which I do not recommend. I never study, but which I probably should, but I don't. So I didn't study, and I went, and I didn't get what I wanted to get, but it was a good enough score, I guess. I don't know. So anyways, the summer before senior year, I went to my counselor. Well, my mom, she went up to my school because I was like, I want a higher GPA, blah, blah, blah. And I was taking a bunch of AP classes, which didn't really help my GPA and didn't really help me because I never passed the AP test, so it was a waste of time and money, even though I didn't pay for it, but it was a waste, okay? So my mom went up to the school and she was looking for my counselor, and I had this special counselor because I was in the APEX program, which is Advanced Placement Experience, which was really just a waste of time also, but I was in it. So my counselor was not up there because was he ever there? So my mom, she met this career counselor lady or whoever, and she was like, well, your daughter should take dual enrollment. And I'm gonna call the career counselor lady Miss Adams because she's gonna come up more in this story about how I got accepted. So yeah, so basically she was the lady that your senior year, we would have to go through her, like when we wanted to apply to college and stuff, which that was a wrong decision on my school's part. But anyway, So she was like, yeah, tell your daughter to do dual enrollment, blah blah blah. And then I already tried to do it in 10th grade, but I didn't like it because it wasn't really organized. Like I said, my school was not organized, so dual enrollment was really a hot mess when I tried to do it sophomore year. So I was like, okay, so I decided to do it. I took the test and I passed it, obviously, because I did it. So yeah, I did all that and I got into dual enrollment. So when you get into dual enrollment, that new lady, Miss Adams, she became my counselor. So like if I had to do anything, I would go through her. If I needed a transcript, blah blah blah, I would go through her. Since we were dual enrollment, they wanted to make us look the best, so she was always on us about applying to college. And now, by me saying on us, I didn't mean she was on me. She was mostly on the kids that she liked, but that's another story. So yeah, she made us bring in a list of schools we wanted to like apply to, right? Like I said, at that time I didn't want to go to Spelman. And my friends and I, we were also like talking about, oh, you know, we want to meet new people or whatever, and like explore. I don't know why I wanted to go to a PWI, but I just wanted to go. So yeah, so I gave her Kennesaw State, Valdosta State, Georgia State, UWG, UGA, and yeah. But I don't, half of those colleges I didn't even finish applying for, so I only fully applied to, I think, Georgia State, and I applied to Valdosta State fully, like all the way through, because UGA's application was long. You guys don't know, college applications cost money. Like I didn't know that before I started applying to college, and I was like, $30 for what? Like what if I get rejected? That's just a waste of my money. But anyways, so I took her my list and she was like, oh, these are the schools you want to go to? And I was like, obviously, if I'm giving you this list, like, come on, lady. And I was like, yes ma'am, like this is where I want to go. And she was like, well, you can't get anywhere, like PWIs aren't going to accept you. And I was like, what kind of counselor? Like, are you trying to encourage me to go to college or discourage me? Because I'm confused. She was like, you should go take your ACT or whatever. So I went and I took it, and like I said, I did not study, so I didn't even know that like that the SAT and the ACT were scored differently. Because if you don't know, the SAT is scored from I think 700 to 1600, which I could be lying, but I think, and then the ACT is scored from I think a 0 to a 36. And I did not know that. So I went and I took the ACT, and Miss Adams told me to get like anywhere between a 10 and a 16. So I was like, all right. I didn't know what that meant because she told my mother that, but I was like, okay, I mean, if you want me to just go write my name on it, I would do it, right? So I went, and when I got my scores back, I was crying because I was like, how dumb am I to get this score, you know, because I thought it was scored like the SAT. But anyways, so the first time I got a 22, and when my mom told me that I was being slow and that's how you score the ACT and it's okay, like a 22 is okay for your first time, I was like, all right, blah, blah. So I went to Miss Adams thinking she would be happy for me because I got a 22, but she told me to get a 10. She told me, she was like, oh, you can't get into any colleges with this score, especially not in Georgia. And I was like, I'm confused because you told me to go get a 10, but I came back with a 22 and you're telling me I can't get into any colleges. Like, okay. So I started applying to schools out of state because, like I said, she told me that I couldn't get to any schools in Georgia. So I applied to Mary Baldwin University because it was free. I applied to Voorhees College because it was free. Some school in New York, but I was not going to go to New York. Like, I was just playing myself. Accepted to Mary Baldwin with a scholarship, and I got accepted to Voorhees with a scholarship. So I was happy. I was like, you know, your girl about to just go to Voorhees or something. Even though I didn't even know what Voorhees was. It was just free, so I applied for it. So my parents found out that I was applying to schools out of state because of what my counselor told me, and it was like, girl, you better apply to the schools you want to go to, right? I see my parents. Okay, so I applied to Valdosta State, Georgia State, all the way. I applied to Bernal University and some other colleges, but I forgot, honestly, y'all. Like, it's July. I don't know what I did. So yeah, I got accepted to all those schools. I went. What am I talking about? I got accepted to all the schools I applied to, luckily, like, and I got a scholarship to Bernal University. Anyways, so let's get back to Spelman. Stuff my senior year, I went to a day in my life at Spelman, and I went with my dad. And y'all, I loved it. As soon as I hit those gates, I was like, you know, this is where I'm going. I'm about to be in debt, but this is for me. Like, you know, we're gonna be eating ramen noodles for the next 4 years, but this is where I'm going. I was in love, y'all, like for in love. I literally sat in that meeting and I started applying. Like, I was like, y'all, I'm going here. And when I applied to Spelman on Common App, I think something. So I applied to Clark and Spelman. And I never finished applying to Clark, but I had finished applying to Spelman by the time it was early notification, like November something. So I applied. Which, y'all, this is key. If you're applying to Spelman or any college in general, have all your stuff in by the time they say have it in, because they will reject you. Like, they don't need to have you there. They will reject you, you know. I made sure I had everything on my part, but my teacher recommendations, one of my teachers forgot to send in my recommendation. She sent it in like, I think December 1st or something. After a day in my life, I went back to school and I told my counselor, I was like, I'm thinking of applying to Spelman. Can you send my scores? And she was like, oh, you can't get into Spelman. And I was like, what kind of whatever. She told me that I couldn't get into Spelman, and even if I could, I wouldn't be able to afford it. So I was like, all right, sis. Like I said before, when people tell me I can't do things, that makes me try even harder. So I applied all the way, and then my teacher forgot to send my recommendations. I think around December, I want to say the 25th, but I could be lying, but around whatever, or the 27th, around whatever time, like, they sent out the acceptance letters for early notification. I checked my portal, and well, I didn't check it, that's a lie. I made my mom check it because I was scared, y'all. Like, I was scared. So anyway, I made my mom check it because we were in the car, and y'all, I did not want to cry if I didn't get accepted. So my mom was like, oh honey, you got deferred. And I was like, deferred? So I was crying anyways, which my dumb self didn't look. It said deferred, not rejected. Well, when you apply early notification, it's like you have 2 chances to get in. So if you get deferred the first time, they'll like recycle your application, if that makes sense, so you can get in the next time, you know. So yeah, I got deferred and I was crying and stuff. So I started wholly applying to Clark because, like I said, I only filled out like the name part. I never finished applying. So Clark had emailed me, and literally Clark's application was so much different than Spelman's. Like, Clark emailed me and was like, send a screenshot of your scores, and I sent it, and then they sent me back an acceptance letter, and I was like, okay. So fast forward to like April, because I remember it was spring break, and for Clark you don't have to pay the enrollment fee until May 1st. So I remember my mom, she was asking me, she was like, oh, Isla, did you hear back from Spelman? And I was like, no, mom. Like, I was so butthurt, y'all. Like, I was bashing the school. I was like, it's just expensive for no like reason. Like, even if I get accepted, I'm not gonna go because like you're only paying for the name, blah blah. Like, you know, I was going in. That day we came back home, and I remember my mom putting this gigantic envelope on my lap, and it was blue, and it said Office of Admissions. And I was like, if Spelman does not stop sending me stuff, if they're not going to send me an acceptance letter, like, I don't want it. Like, stop sending me stuff. So my mom was like, girl, just open it, whatever. So I opened it, and y'all, before I could even read congratulations, my parents had already taken it out of my hand. They were over here talking about how they were going to throw a party, and I was like, can I read the letter first? Like, so yeah, that's how I got accepted. You know, the moral of the story is, even if you get deferred, keep that hope alive, sis. Some stats I had, like I said, I got a 22 on the ACT. I actually took the ACT twice, and the second time I got a 23. Like, that was a waste of money. Like, I just took it just to be taken. So yeah, I got a 22. That's what I got in with. Some clubs I was in DECA, Beta Club. I played tennis. I was on principal's list. I was in dual enrollment, and I took like 5 AP classes. So I think that helped me. And then also, when I wrote my letter, I wrote it about something personal to me, and it related to my major, so I think that's important. And community service I did, I live on a farm, so like, they have a soccer league on my farm. So I helped out with the soccer league a lot. I fed the homeless, that kind of thing, which I really think helped. So yeah, that's the end of this video because my parents are leaving me, so I gotta go. If you have any questions, you can ask me, you can DM me. If you want to know more about my stats, and if you would like to even read my my letter that I sent, I don't mind, just DM me. And if you're Spelman 22, make sure you DM me so we can be friends, because I need some AUC friends. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and stay tuned, because I promise I'll be vlogging as soon as I hit those gates, y'all. As soon as I hit 350, I'm gonna be vlogging. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.